because we take on so many small jobs for so many different clients, we need to have a process where things can just be streamlined and happen on their own as much as possible.
I've been kind of an artist myself, and I've just worked with artists, and like my friends have been artists, and I've just been in this different scenes for so long that I feel like, yeah, it kind of just made a lot of sense. And I throw a lot of art events myself besides having Fireball, so. Like, it's a challenge, but it's good. It's like, that's what we want. That's kind of what we based our whole business on, is getting like the equipment that could make it happen for them, you know what I mean? Like, it's like, now a lot of our business is books and stuff like that, but it's like we wanted to get, the highest quality like colors and, within, the CMYK spectrum that we could, so that's kind of where we're at right now, and where we've always basically been trying to do the entire time. We tried to keep the company small and accessible. Who knows how big it's going to get at any point, but it's like, I feel like we focus on the quality. We focus on like, being able to like make stuff for people like how they want it and not just like churn it out, you know what I mean? I guess like our priority is to keep it affordable for artists. But I say that, but then we have an iX3200 in the back, so it's kind of, we try to offer those things to people to make it so, like when we started, it was like I wanted my artist friends to be able to sell prints, and like, not like it's like their whole income, but it was like, they're a substantial part of some people's income. I mean, especially nowadays, the people we work with, it's still the same thing where we have this kind of like affordable product that they can resell. I feel like just the longer we do it, it's a bigger and bigger part of like, their livelihoods, which is really cool, because like, it's kind of like, I wanted to like make it so people could do their art and like support themselves. It was kind of like a weird state of events, just because we were coming out of COVID, especially with all the ramifications of COVID and the different issues maybe we had with other print products and stuff. It was kind of like this is the thing. Like, we were nervous about the expense, but we were also kind of like, well, this is the thing. You know what I mean? This is what we need, and this is what's gonna do what we want. So it's kind of like this, you had to take a chance kind of thing, but I feel like I'm happy with what we chose, for sure. The Inkjet machine's like so much easier to run, and it's like so much more consistent. And I mean, that was really important for us because like, I mean, we're dealing with a lot of art, and like you were saying before, it's like the people we work with are probably like some of the most picky people in the world. So like, it's really important that like the quality is really high and like it's really consistent. But it's like, for us at least, yeah, it's like big. It was a big deal, yeah.
That's a really important aspect of our company. Because we take on so many small jobs for so many different clients, we need to have a process where things can just be streamlined and happen on their own as much as possible. And it's kind of come together over time. It's evolved. It started out with a FileMaker database that we used to organize all the different aspects of our projects. And then the other big piece was our website, which we integrated with the FileMaker database and had custom built. And then the next piece was Enfocus Switch workflow, which we linked to the FileMaker database. And then the imposition software from Impostrip has been a huge part of that as well. It's kind of been the missing piece, getting the files from Switch and set up the way they need to be, and then into the queue for our press. We don't even process the financial part. That all pretty much happens through our website. Even for custom orders, we'll manually set them up and put them send them to our website for clients to complete the process. The artwork all ends up in FileMaker after the client completes the order on the website, and then from that point it's just a click of a button to send it on to Switch. And then we'll get a PDF proof back that we approve internally. And then from that point on, it goes to the imposition software, Impostrip, gets routed to the correct hot folder there. And then after imposition comes back to Switch, and then goes right to the IX. Probably a lot of bigger companies would just outsource that or hire an expert. But I've kind of just figured it all out myself because we didn't really have the budget to just hire somebody to do it for us. And I've worked with outside developers as well as needed, but I've had to learn like all the different pieces and how to do most of it on my own. I guess it's like sort of a jack of all trades thing where I have a little bit of knowledge of every aspect. I guess FileMaker the most because I built the database. But yeah, I know, a little bit of different coding languages, a little bit of working with APIs, a little bit of Impostrip, a little bit of Switch, but it's enough to bring it all together. Once the file hits Switch, different aspects are evaluated, like the resolution, the dimensions, the number of pages, things like that. And if it seems like it's not suitable for print, it'll get kicked back and we'll get an email explaining what the issues are. And then we can either say it's okay to print anyway or try to adjust the file or ask the client to adjust the file. It sets it up, it adds the trim box and the crop marks, everything that we need so that the file is correctly set up when it gets to Impostrip so that everything automatically happens and the file gets imposed correctly. Once in a while, there will be some sort of anomaly and we'll need to figure out what's going on, but we try to make it so that it's as hands-off as possible while still maintaining a high level of quality control. For a lot of things, they can, even if they're all different sizes, they can still go to the same hot folder because Impostrip is able to just figure out what the correct template is, which really helps streamline things a lot because otherwise we'd have a million different hot folders. So we mostly have hot folders for different sheet sizes, simplex or duplex, if it's a saddle stitched book. I think the biggest difference for us has been the fact that Impostrip is a standalone software that we can take with us no matter what press manufacturer we're using. If we move on to a different type of equipment, we'll always have Impostrip. There's definitely capabilities that we're not fully taking advantage of right now. And part of that is because I just haven't made the time to learn about everything that I can do. When we first got Impostrip, I was kind of scrambling to just get something and have it set up so that we could run jobs. And I was thankfully able to do like a basic setup within maybe a few hours. And since then I've added onto it, I've tweaked it, I've learned more, but I still don't think I've fully tapped into the potential that it has. And I'd also like to explore, right now we have Pro, and I'd like to explore automation more because I think that has a lot of capabilities that we would probably be able to take advantage of. I think it's something that could scale with us. There may be things out there that I don't know about that would make more sense, but I mean it's grown with us over the past 15 years, and I don't see why it couldn't continue to do so.
Like since they're so niche, it kind of works out very well for us in that we have like this very like flexible, I guess we try to stay flexible as much as we can within the confines of like, the equipment that we get. And that's kind of why we try to get the nicest stuff we can get at any point and like work with like, the like software and stuff that does like the best kind of thing that we're looking for. We're in this zone of where like we kind of like can see, like the art world that we work with and like the businesses that we work with, and we make sure we can do what they need. But then we're also flexible enough to just like jump on new opportunities. So I can see Fireball growing into that because like it's just like now like I feel like we can handle more, so it's like now we like, we're advertising more and we're like trying to get more in and stuff, but it's working out very well for us. Honestly, the ordering online is most of our business already. I could just see it going more and more in that direction. You can email people here, you can talk to people here, but I feel like it's almost like after the web, like it's like people make the orders through the internet. And like people do come in and we can do a consultation and stuff, but I could just see it getting more and more to the point where it's like, it just kind of seems like we're probably at the max, like the highest level that are, like people coming in and getting consultations will kind of happen, but like, yeah, the web stuff, I feel like it's just growing.